Hi everyone, welcome back to Tara's Take. If it's your first time here, welcome. You are very welcome. Today we're doing our something challenge, and it's going to be, we're going to do a journal cover. We can do, on our something challenge, you can do any type of journal cover you want. I'm going to be doing a soft cover because this is going to be the makings of my gentleman's kit for October that I'm collaborating with Nanine and Tanya on. So what I'm doing here is I have a very large envelope from Amazon, and I'm just gluing that shut right there, that flap. Okay, and I was just using I started to do it by myself, and I thought I should bring you guys along. So, because I figured there'd be some of my girls like, hey, why didn't you bring us along? So I usually make my journals, my covers, approximately, because your paper, of course, 11 inches by 8.5. So I usually make them about 9 inches, about 9 inches tall. And then I make them about, width-wise, I do probably between 6 to 7 inches, depending on how much room I want for expandability and stuff. And then I usually do a 2 to 3 inch spine. So I am measuring out right now. If you wanted to do this with me, you're going to need, and this is, like I said, this is going to be a soft cover. You can also do boxes. You can do, I was going to use this Trader Joe's bag. Trader Joe's. I can't talk. Trader Joe's bag. But I changed my mind and decided to use this package instead. So what I am going to do is I'm thinking about whether or not I want to use the edges. I think I do, just because that'll give me less to have to cover or glue shut, because I'm going to be gluing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure 9 inches. Okay. And so because it's 8.5, my paper is going to be horizontal. Okay. And it's 8.5 by 11, which is American letter size. In the UK, I believe it's A4. So I usually like about a 1/2 inch at the top and bottom. So 9 inches works good for me. So I'm going to just go over just a tiny bit, just so because of cutting and stuff like that, So there we go. And so I'm going to go up to that point for the height. And then I'm going to measure. So what I want is, I'm thinking, because you got 11.5, so that's like 5 3/4 on each side. So I want it to be, I'm going to do 6.5 width. That way I have a nice little, in case my paper, if I use longer paper by any chance or something. So I'm going to do 6.5 on each side. So that's 6.5, that's 13, plus 2 is 15 inches. So I'm going to want it to go, there's 12. So I'm going to add 3 more inches from 12. And that's going to give me a 2-inch spine. I have done a 3-inch spine, you guys, and I got to be honest, it was so big. This journal was massive, and I did it with a Trader Joe bag. And it worked good. It came out good, but man, it was a big journal. Oh my gosh. I sold it to a girl in Taiwan, I believe. And yeah, it was awesome. And she loved it, but it was just so big. So I think I'm going to do 2-inch spine instead. Okay. So now all I'm going to do is make myself a line. Okay. Actually, I'm just going to use my cutter. Duh. I'm going to use my cutter. I haven't done this in a minute, so bear with me. I might have a few memory lapses and go, oh yeah, oh yeah. So I'm using my metal ruler. And I'm just going to go along the side. Please be careful if you end up doing this with me. Please be careful. Okay? Oops, I went off. Let's see. because you have to press really hard to get it to go through. Okay. I'm probably going to end up cutting my paper underneath. Okay. Just going to bring that up some. Now, if you go online, there are lots of people who are doing journals, you know, that can teach you how to do this. This is just my way. I gotta be honest, I'm all about being, you know, doing stuff the easy way. I do like, I want to try something really quick. I just want to make sure before I cut this that it's gonna be the right height. So there's my, yeah. So see, this is 8.5 inches. Isn't that a cute page? Look at that. That's from the Gentleman's Kit. Isn't that adorable? You can get that in, I'm already advertising for you guys. You can get this in, it's 2 kits that merge as one, which is how Nanine and Tanya collaborate. They make one kit in different parts and sell them in their each other's shop. So like Tanya sells one part of the kit, Nanine sells another part of the kit. So I'm not sure which half of the kit this comes from, but it gives you an example of what the kit looks like, and it's adorable. So, but my point was I wanted to make sure that this would fit, and it will, because it's going to be horizontal, and it's 8.5 across, because I'm going to be cutting from this line. Okay, so we're good on that part. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to draw. Oh, you know what? I should turn it this way because that's not going to work. Okay, I'm gonna draw a line again. I think that actually helped me. Usually I just use the ruler, but having that line as a guide kept me straight. So we're gonna do a line here. Okay. All right. It looks, I don't know, is that good? Let me see here. Let me measure. I think. Yeah, I guess I'm even. Okay. I just want to make sure. I feel like I'm off. Like it went down further on this end. Like it's flaring a little bit. Let me see. I hate that. I'm going to make that part. I just feel like it flared slightly. Sorry guys, just bear with me for a sec here. Yeah, it did. It did flare by just a hair. So I went out, like out at an angle a little bit here somehow, which is weird because I honestly had my lines straight across on this. I'm funny. I'm really bad at drawing lines with my ruler or getting it straight. So that looks straight. Okay, we're gonna go with it. I'm gonna go for it. It'll be good because I'm covering this all with cloth. It's straight enough. You don't see me get persnickety about stuff very often. Once in a while, I just want to make sure. Well, I felt it go through that time, I think, or maybe not. I probably, oops, I gotta be careful. I probably need to change my razor blade. I was thinking I probably should do this from this side because see, I'm cutting into the wrong spot there, and that way I'm not, yeah. That way I'm not cutting, I'm cutting into this side and not this side, because this is the main body here. Okay. Fun stuff, right? This is the fun part. There we go, that went through. I know my black paper underneath is probably really torn up. Okay. We want to use that. There we go. Almost there, guys. I can feel it. Yep, there it is. All right, let's just snip that off. There. All right, so this is our base for our cover. Let me grab a drink of water real quick, guys. It's Saturday for me. I know I'm going to be putting this up on a Wednesday, but it's Saturday for me. Courtney is taking his nap. Poor baby. He worked so hard and he's so tired. He earned every single bit of it. So I'm going to use my, if I can get it to run here, I'm hoping. I'm going to use my Aleene's glue. Just because I don't need to be so, I might have to get up and wash this out. I haven't used it in a minute. I'm thinking I will. Anyway, I was going to use the Aleene's glue for this, the tacky glue. Yeah, I'm going to pause for a second, wash this. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Let's give it a try now. Okay, so what we have here, for those of you who are new to junk journaling, we have partial envelope here, and I'm going to be gluing this shut. And it doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be anything but just kind of holding it together, you know. So I'm just running the glue around loosely, very loosely. It'll just be easier to work with if it's shut. So that's mostly why. Okay, all right. And I tore my address label off right here, and it tore into it, but I don't think it's gonna matter. I'm putting some felt on it, some white felt. So I do believe I just grabbed, yep, I grabbed the pin for the glue. Anyway, okay, so I am going to cut, let's see, it's very uneven, so I think I have enough probably for both sides. Maybe if I do it from this side and then do it the other way, yeah. And this is a pretty straight edge over here, so I am going to be gluing this down with some Fabri-Tac. So where is my scissors? I was thinking that I might, dang it, it's all stuck to this cord of my computer. Okay, so I'm trying to keep this in the camera, but to get it laid out, you know my space is limited. You know how it is for me, guys. So if I'm out of frame a little bit, I apologize. But I'll be right back in frame, I promise. So I'm just cutting this, okay, from, let me see if I can angle the camera just a little bit so you can see more. So I'm starting right here, okay? All right, so I'm just cutting along this edge. Okay. All right. And I'm not even going to move this. I'm just going to come up on the other edge, same thing. And then that way I don't have to move it 3 times. I'll just have to move it twice. This is probably not going to be absolutely perfect, but it'll be close enough for me to get a little, you know, padding on, because that's the whole point. For me, with the felt, if anybody's wondering, when I do a soft cover journal, I just like a little bit of padding between the material and the paper, you know, between the actual fabric I've chosen. Wait until you see the fabric. You guys have already seen it on other stuff, so you'll probably recognize it, but I just love it so much. And for a gentleman's journal, I think it's going to be so perfect. So yeah, this is going to be, it's pretty close. Doesn't, like I said, doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. It's for my, it's my own druthers on this, you know. I just would rather have it padded. So you do not have to pad it. It's totally up to the artiste. This poor piece of felt is so cut up. But I'm looking at it and thinking it's kind of straight. I might only have to cut a little. Well, let's see. Here's what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Okay. I'm just going to cut this end over here across, and then I'll trim the edges down, so I'm not having this huge piece of felt on my desk. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Oops, don't cut the paper. Tara, don't cut the paper. I'm going to do what I always do. I'm going to hold this up in the air. It's easier for me and I can see it. You guys couldn't see me doing it, but sometimes when I just hold something up in the air and cut it against what I'm cutting, it just, I don't know, it just works a little easier for me. My scissors just don't want to come up underneath it right. Okay, and then I think I might need to cut a hair off. Yeah, off of this end here. But I can do it without anything. I'm just going to cut this tiny little bit. I am uploading, or getting ready to upload other videos for last week. This is a couple of weeks ahead. Now that I'm doing 3 days a week, I might actually be able to get ahead a little bit and not feel so cramped, you know? Possibly. We'll see. All right. So I poured the rest of my little bottle of Fabri-Tac into my big bottle of Fabri-Tac. So now I just need to use the one. So now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to glue the felt on first. And you're just going to take it all the way around. No big deal. Don't be intimidated if this is, you know, if you're doing it with me, and or if you plan on doing it, and you've never done it before. Journal covers are so much fun. They're so easy, and you can create them into whatever you want. I actually had thought recently about just doing a bunch of journal covers and decorating them and selling them on in my shop, because I love making them, and they're just, I don't know, they're just fun. I'm creative with a journal cover, you know, and there's not as much pressure because you're not filling the whole journal yourself. You're selling it for somebody else to fill it. You know. Anyway, let's see here. Get this on here as much as possible. This one I might trim a little bit in some spots. I see it's kind of hanging over. But now we'll have a nice padding for our soft kernel for our soft kernel journal. That rhymed. Soft journal cover. That's what I meant to say. I always grab the wrong ones. My pinking shears and my regular fabric scissors are like the exact same, and I always grab the wrong ones. Okay. So there's that side. See how easy this is? We're already Like, what did I do with the other piece? Okay. Oh, there it is. I had it cut and I couldn't find it. All right. All righty then. I've got you guys at a total slant here. Sorry. You were probably getting dizzy. How's everybody doing? I am pressing through this. I cannot wait until October 4th. That's my doctor's appointment. I'm so excited. You know, it's funny. I've never been this excited to actually go to a doctor, but I can't wait to find out what's going on with me and get this to stop. Honestly. All right, here we go. There. So fun to play with it. Swirl it around. We're going to trim this end. I see I've got a big, huge chunk of felt hanging over. There we go. Now, and if you kind of press on it, it stretches a little bit and goes out, you know. There we go. Okay. Now, yeah, we're going to have to trim this. Trim this off. Get out of here. You bother me. My dad used to tell this story of when he was a kid, you know, in the movies, they'd say, "Here, kid, let me give you a quarter. Get out of here. You bother me," you know. Poor thing. My grandma, she had a boyfriend that, because her and my grandpa were separated and divorced, and my dad said he'd tell him, "Here's a quarter. You bother me. Go." So every time I think of that, I think of my dad. Anyway. Okay, let's see. All right. Now we are going to, do I want to do the, when I do this, I kind of let this, I fold I fold it so that the spine is there, but then I just kind of leave it. I don't put anything to stiffen it with a soft cover journal. I like it to be floppy and kind of, you know, movable and stuff. So I do fold it so that there's like a 2-inch, you know, so we want to go in. I said I was going to do 6.5, right? And then, so 2 inches from that is like right there. Okay, so it's about 2 inches. So I'm going to fold this up right there. And I'm going to crease this down. Okay. And that's folding the paper. And I could do that. I could have done this before. I probably should have done it before, but it's okay. I'm not worried about it. I'm just going to grab a bone folder and kind of press on it. And then I'm going to go ahead from there and put my finger, okay, at 2 inches and do another fold. Oops, wait. There we go. About right there. How about right there? We're kind of guessing right now. Now I do see there's a natural fold in this envelope that's a little just shy of where I'm at. So it's probably going to fight me a little bit. I'm just letting you know that can happen. I think the way I solved that in the last time, it's been so long since I did one, but I think before when I cut it, I like made my spine and then I cut the 6.5 inches out from each side so that I had it, you know, but as you can see, this does work. I'm not as far back as I can show you, but see, and we're even, okay? So this did give us our fold. And so now we have our spine. But like I said, I like it to kind of be a soft spine, okay? So I'm not pressing on it a lot to make it, you know. But now that it's done that, it'll fold that way. All right, so, oh, the fun part, the materials. So we are gonna do this on the inside. Ooh, it's upside down. Well, I mean, doesn't really matter. Whatever way I put it, then it'll be right side up, right? And this is like the perfect size to do this with. This is what I have left of this particular fabric. So this is gonna be my inside. And I'm gonna do this first, and then I'm gonna put the other, and it's gonna be kind of like I did the other day with the cat journal. I like for it to hang over. So, okay, so I've got about an inch, okay? Let's bring this down. Just a hair. I've already got all these sides torn. I did not measure this, you guys, believe it or not. I just guessed that this would be big enough, and yay, it is. But as you can see, there's all kinds of script, and I just think that would look really cool for a guy, you know, for a gentleman's journal. And where's my scissors again? So I'm just gonna snip. Oh, maybe I should bring it so you can see. I'm gonna do an approximate inch or so right here. Okay, snip. And we are going to tear. This is the fun part. I love tearing the fabric. Yay. Okay. There we go. All right. Get all my little stringies out of there, so I'm gonna make sure I'm on the inside. Yes, okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna glue all this. I'm just gonna put some glue down. And we may end up doing some sewing on this, I don't know. I haven't decided, but I think it might look kind of cool if I did. And because it's the envelope, I could probably even do a hand stitch like I like, so I may do that. I haven't done that in a while with you guys. That hand stitch we did on my art journal, and actually the material, the fabric I'm using on this journal and the outside is the same as the one I used on my art journal, and I'm so excited that I was able to find it again because I absolutely love it so much. For me to buy it again, you know, means big. It's a big deal because I don't usually do that. So get some of this off. Yeah, that's the one thing I hate about Fabri-Tac. Once I touch it, it's like it makes another skin on me almost. It's weird. Okay, so now we are gonna put this out, try to get this as even as I can before I start pressing. Okay, it's pretty good. Pretty good. It's good enough because we're gonna tuck corners and everything. Okay, so now we have the inside of our journal. It's gonna glue down. Wasn't this easy? And it was so painless, right? So painless. I love that. I'm just gonna press that glue in. And remember, this is a soft cover. I may need to add, I'm seeing a empty spot here that I don't like, so let's do that again. Right here, let's just redo that. What I was gonna say is, remember it's a soft cover journal, so it's gonna feel possibly a little bit different than to you, you know, and that's okay. That's okay. There we go. There we are. Okay. Just kind of pressing that down onto the glue. I'm not really worried about it. I may end up putting like a strip of something else here, another type of cloth. I don't know yet. I may do the outside fabric in the spine because I think that looks cool, or I might put some. I also love to put like crochet lace. I love putting that on the inside of a spine as well. Looks very nice. Or even flowers. Yeah. They just kind of show up cool between the signatures and stuff. Okay, so now this is the fun part too. The funnest part for me though is when we're gonna do the outside. That I just love. So I'm putting, okay, so what I'm doing is I'm putting some glue, and I'm kind of putting it on both sides of this because that way it kind of seals this down, because I find that I have a hard time folding it up if that part is not glued down too. Okay, for me, that's my thing. And then I'm going to do some over here, and again just a little bit outward. Can you see? Okay. And Fabri-Tac glues fast, but I don't think it glues as fast as it's touted to glue. Or holds things down. I find I have to hold it down a little bit. Personally, that's me. Okay. I mean, it's great glue. Don't get me wrong. But so we're just bringing, and do it gentle, or you'll, especially with the paper or with the envelope like that, you will bend it, and it'll look like that corner that isn't a corner. It kind of folds in. You don't want that. So you want to be gentle when you fold it up. I did that with one of my first ones, and I still look at it, and I ended up putting metal corners on it to cover it because it annoyed me to no end, and it's such a pretty cover. It's just a plain white cloth, but it's beautiful, and that one corner drives me nuts still, knowing that it's under there, that I was rough on it. So there we go. Now we have our corners. Okay. And now I like to do the long sides and then the short sides. So I'm going to do the top and the bottom first. And, you know, be generous. You want this to stay down, of course. But now also with Fabri-Tac, it will bleed through the cloth depending on your material you're using. So, yeah, keep that in mind. I want to make sure, hold it down for a sec. Okay. All right, and we're going to flip it around and do the other sides. Make sure you get glue on this edge though, because it'll puff up. Like right here, see? It's doing it right there. Make sure and do as I say, not as I do. I'm kidding. Or you'll have to go back and correct it like I am right now. Okay. I mean, technically it's not going to show, but still, it's better because then you don't have that gap. Because it might come up, you know, you never know. Now when you're doing it, and you're doing it in a way that this is going to be showing, like your corner is going to be showing like that, then you would definitely want to make sure that gap does not exist. I'm just wiping this thing off. Ugh. See what I mean? It just coats your skin. Look at that. It's awful. I swear, after I use Fabri-Tac, I am rubbing like glue off my fingers for hours. Feels like a second set of skin. Or layer, I should say. There we go. Okay. Alright. Not bad for 33 minutes into the video, huh? If you're still with me, thank you so much. Oh, I should probably do I don't do the spiel well. I try, you guys. I'm going to be honest with you. And what do I mean by the spiel? I mean, please hit like and subscribe and all that. I've never been very good at sales. You know what I'm saying? I always feel like I'm pushing you guys, and I don't ever want to do that. But if you could help me out with the algorithm by pressing like, or giving me a thumbs up, and maybe sharing the video if you have friends that you can share with, or your Facebook, whatever that, you know, you use, whatever social media, that really helps the algorithm. Also, watching the video to the end, I found out recently that affects, I didn't know that actually affected the video. And so here we go. Look, there's our inside. Isn't that nice? See? Now we are going to do the outside. My favorite part. Drum roll, please. Oh, look at the material. Vanessa, it's blue. Betty, it's blue. I know they love blue. Oh, gosh. I love this material so much. And I did not iron it. Now I'm looking and thinking, well, I ironed the other cloth. There we go. Isn't that pretty? Yummy. So First time I've opened it, so we are going to destroy the edges so that it will tear evenly for me, because I always tear my fabric. I mean, okay, 98% of the time I tear my fabric. I don't make even nice little, you know. And the reason, if you're wondering, if you're not a seamstress, like I'm not a seamstress, one of you actually told me this. I don't remember who it was, if it was Betty or Mary or I can't remember, or Sonia maybe, to tear the 4 sides, and then after that, whenever you rip it, it will rip more evenly, and that works. It did work. So getting these 4 sides off of here for me is crucial. Well, that's the side I did. Okay, I'm gonna do this side, and I'm just snipping about an inch in. Okay, one more, and then we can measure for our journal. I hope you guys like this material. It's just so pretty. I showed you the colorful map, just in case you weren't watching that video. Here, I'll show it to you guys again. That's this one. It's the other one. And it would have looked good too, but I adore this blue, and I just had to have it on something soon because it's been sitting there waiting for me to use it. So, yes, it has been crawling out to me. How did you know? Okay. All right, there's that. Now, let's see. Here we go. Now, I like I did the other day with the cat journal cover, which I have purchased the digis I want to use for that, by the way. I just don't have the paper to print them out. But as soon as I can get the paper, we're going to work on those as well. So so this is going to, let's see. Which side is, oh, okay. Yeah, we need to turn this. This is top. Just making sure, yeah. Okay. So this is going to be the front. This will be the back. So I want to make sure what I want to do is pick the part that I want on the front. You know what I mean? So do I want these big squares on the front, or do I want like Europe, the map of Europe? That's the question I am asking myself. It looks, oh, here we go. If I do it. Yeah, if I do it like right here, then I can have France and Europe. I mean, all this is going to get covered because, you know, I decorate and stuff, but still, I think I really like, what's this got down here? Let me see. Oh, here we go. Let's look. I'm trying to figure out the less cutting I have to do. That's all. And this is a big piece of material. It's a yard, so I'm dealing with a big yard or 2 yards of material with a little tiny space. Bear with me, you guys. I love you. Okay. We're not going to be doing any tucking. We're going to be laying this out right onto the edge and just having it hang over slightly. Okay, which is how I like it. Yeah, there we go. That's what I want on the front. Okay, so I am going to press this down. Where's my scissors? And I'm going to have to cut it in 2 spots. Right here. And then I'm going to cut. Stay where I want you. Wait, that might be a little too high. Pull that down. I'm just checking to see how much it's hanging over. And now I'm going to cut in this corner over here. All right, so we're going to tear up. Oh, I hope I did it right. Well, you know what? At least I have a really big piece of material, so if I didn't do it right, I can do it again. But I'm usually pretty close, so I'm hoping I am again. Okay. Let's see. We'll need just a little bit more. I'm going to lay this here and see. Yeah, I think I did it. Sorry, guys. I know I keep saying bear with me. Please do. I'm wondering if I should iron it. I don't usually at all. I only did this one because this has been in, see I still have some lines right here. This has been in a drawer forever and it was really, really wrinkled. So that's why I did iron it. This one, I think I can probably, it's only got that one spot right here, but that is on the cover. So I'm going to pause for a sec. All right, guys, I grabbed my iron, plugged it in, and I am going to just spray with my little Walmart bottle here, little bit of water, and just run over this real quick so I can get those major lines out of there. Took a half a second, and now I won't have to worry that they're there. They won't bother me. You don't bother me, I don't bother you. Okay? So there we go. Done that fast. All right, I'm gonna set this behind me on the floor where it can't hurt anybody. Me, including me. All right, so I actually pressed it onto my felt a little bit. Cool. Okay, guys, so let's see. I'm gonna flip this over and take a gander at where my edges are. Yep, I think I did it. I think I did it. So I'm gonna do what I usually do, which is one side at a time, and I'm just gonna go along here, and since I'm working with the outside now, I'm gonna put the glue a little more exact, I want to say. Okay, and come on. Ooh, it does get goopy and thick, doesn't it? Look at that, the felt. Okay, come on, just spread out. Yuck. I don't even want to mess with you. Just, you catch that tip on that felt and it's all over but the shouting. And who's the shouting? That would be me. Okay. I just want to shout out to my friends. Let's see. Who do I know that's always with me? Gina, my Gina. Hilda, Sherry, Sonia, Vanessa, and my other Vanessa, Betty. I love you guys. Laura. I know there's more. My brain's like, okay, you started this now. Who else? Who else? Don't leave anybody out. If I didn't say your name, I will say your name. Let me just think. I'm thinking of all the people that Barbara, Marietta, all those that always comment and say hi and give me love, show me lovin's. That's what me and my kids used to call it, showing lovin's. Praise God. Lisa, Patricia, Heather. Oh, Tamron. Who else? Goodness. I love y'all. That's all. I do. Deanne. I don't, it's funny, I don't have enough people who comment. I mean, okay, I want to say it differently. I don't have as many different people who comment. Like, say, Gail, you know, how she always does love and hugs to different folks. And I would love to do that, but I would be saying love and hugs pretty much to the same people all the time, because I have this group of wonderful ladies who, and once in a great while, I'll some of the others of you all will speak up and say hi, which I absolutely love when you do, because then I know you're there. I know you exist. You know, I don't know that you exist unless you say hi. But yeah, I have this group of ladies who say hi to me pretty much every day. Praise God. And they make my day. They make my day. I've gotten to where I've been feeling so bad. I used to comment every single day back to everybody's, you know, and now I'm kind of every other day, you know, because I'm just not feeling as good. But it makes my morning. It's one of the first things I do when I'm getting up. I sit down and I look at the comments and smile and giggle and laugh with you guys, or cry with you sometimes, pray over you, you know, different things before I get into the Word and pray and read my Bible. And yeah, you guys really, I hope that you know that I see you and I hear you and I love you. Look at me. I'm like a mess. Telling you. All right, but it'll be glued down good, because I got glue everywhere. I hope. Okay, there we go. Oh, look at that. Guys, guess what? It is officially a journal cover. And it's a gentleman's journal cover. And this is what I was saying. Can you see how it sits over the edge? You can just see it over the edges. Okay. And so you've got that fun fringe at the top. And it's soft and pliable. And yeah, I love it. I do. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, getting ready with me for our Gentleman's Digital Kit journey, because we are going to make this journal. And since I'm doing it in October, I'll probably be working on stuff with it in the meantime, you know, so that I can finish it on time with y'all. So, but we'll do some. I kind of cheated because this doesn't show the kit, and this is Wednesday's video. Now on Friday we'll actually start working on the innards inside of it. I don't know if innards is such a good word to use, but you know what I'm saying, right? Isn't it gorgeous? Oh my gosh, I just love it. I do. I think I probably will use my favorite beige colored thread, and I will probably do some fun stitching around this edge, just because it's really going to set it off, I think. Yep, so that's probably going to be the goal after it dries, because this glue is so rough on my sewing machine that I got to make sure it's dried really good. But anyway, please hit like and let me know you were here by leaving me a comment, a heart, anything, just to let me know you were here, and that will push that out into the algorithm. And if you're not a member of our Facebook group, Creative Cuties, please join us. That would be awesome. Oh, I'm remembering names as I'm sitting here. Sagita and Mags. I hope you guys are great, and I love you. I love all of you. Even if I don't know your name or I forgot to say it right now. Laura, my other Laura. I have two Lauras, two Vanessas. Yeah, but just know that I love you guys, and you're a blessing to my life, and I pray that every day this week is wonderful for you. And I will see you guys on Friday. Yeah, on Friday for the Gentleman's Journal. Woohoo! God bless you. Bye-bye.